It's the 1st of January 2025. This is a brand new edition of Newsfirst Primetime News coming to you live and direct from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. As the clock struck 12, Colombo's skyline was lit up with a vibrant display of fireworks as Sri Lanka ushered in the new year 2025.
In this new beginning, all of us at the Newsfirst News Desk would like to wish you an year filled with new dreams, new hope and new possibilities. Happy New Year. With that wish, let's take a look at your headlines for tonight.
The world welcomes 2025. Clean Sri Lanka program kicks off. Role of the Attorney General's Department vital to eradicate fraud and corruption, iterates President.
අපි මේ හැරවුම ඉතාමත් හොඳ සුනම්මිය ලෙස නම්‍යතාවෙන් යුතුව මේ හැරවුම ගන්න අපි සූදානම්. හැබැයි සුනම්මිය ලෙස නම්‍යතාවෙන් මේ හැරවුම ගන්න කවර හෝ කෙනෙක් බාධා කරනවා නම් දැඩි ලෙස මෙම හැරවුම ගන්න අපි සූදානම්.
2025 budget to be presented to Parliament on February 17th. Sri Lanka experiences heavy rains once more, 11 reservoirs spilling. Sri Lanka Police introduces mobile app to report traffic offences, other offences and environmental hazards. ...2025 has dawned with a sense of renewed hope and possibilities. Colombo, like many other cities across the world, welcomed the new year with much pomp and pageantry.
Thousands gathered in Colombo to celebrate the new year as the Golfers Green came alive with a host of special events. A massive crowd gathered at the iconic Lotus Tower in Colombo to ring in the new year at the Centre Music Festival, sponsored by YFM. The dawn of the new year, 2025, was also celebrated in tourist areas, popular among both local and foreign visitors. Unawatuna celebrated the new year with numerous festivities. Hikkaduwa was also upbeat as the new year dawned. Hundreds gathered at Galle Fort to enthusiastically welcome the new year. The day began with a deep reverence for tradition anchored in the country's rich religious tapestry. Newsfirst correspondent said that large crowds visited the temple of the Tooth Relic in Kandy. Devotees also obtained blessings from the Jayasri Mahabodhi in Anuradhapura today. A traditional ceremony of boiling milk was held at Ruanveli Mahasaya. Devotees obtained blessings from the Mahasangha at the Hunupitiya Ganga Rama Temple in Colombo. Buddhist devotees engaged in religious observances at the Mutiyangana Rajamaha Viharya in Badulla. The main blessing for Mass for Christian devotees was held at St. Lucia's Church in Kotahena. It was presided over by Archbishop of Colombo, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit. The people of the hill country gathered at the Sri Manikya Pillar Kovil in Hatton to receive blessings for the new year.
The Chief Prelate of the Askari chapter of the Siam sect, Most Venerable Varakaguna Sri Gnanaratana Thera, hopes 2025 to be a fortunate year.
We as bhikkhus would like to mention that if the people of this country unite with the feeling of patriotism and wanting to improve the country, it would be possible to achieve future development and prosperity with great harmony. May the new year be blessed with the power of the blessings of the sacred tooth relic and the Sri Mahabodhi, and may it be a prosperous year.
Chief Prelate of the Malwatu chapter of the Siam sect, Most Venerable Dibul Kumbure Sri Vimal Dharmathera says Sri Lanka can be developed through genuine actions.
The
improvement of the country lies in our actions, and so we must excel in every aspect. It would be very important if you work with the determination to rebuild this fallen country.
This was a message delivered by the Chief Prelate of the Ramana Mahasect, Most Venerable Makulave Vimla Nayaka Thera, for the new year.
Instead of regretting the things we couldn't do, we must think anew and become determined to fulfill virtuous deeds this new year.
His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, the Archbishop of Colombo, requested Sri Lankans to strive to spend the year in peace with a strong sense of brotherhood.
I urge all of you to awaken and strive to live a life according to our religion. Be open to live with a sense of brotherhood with everyone. Be generous to achieve true fulfillment in life. You need to live a clean life. Then you will be blessed throughout the year.
ජීවිතයක් ගත කරමින් සැබෑ ආධ්‍යාත්මික සතුට සොයාගෙන යන්න. අන්න එවිට ඔබගේ ජීවිතය මේ වසර පුරාවටම ආශිර්වාදමත් ජීවිතයක් බවට පත්වේවි.
The chief priest of the Kadiragama Swami Kovil in Jaffna also issued a message for the new year.
Our prayer is that this year will be a year filled with happiness. This month is also very important for Hindus. We should become individuals who can achieve success by embracing new changes and new thoughts through our efforts. We are celebrating this new year with love and kindness, wishing everyone all the blessings in this new year. Let's decorate this new year with virtuous principles of unity, benevolence and unwavering dedication. To a new year where genuine intentions are fulfilled. Heartiest wishes from Gammantha.
In the new year, President Anrukumara Dissanayaka expresses his commitment to reclaiming the victories that were lost in this century and to realizing the dreams of the people with continued dedication. In his New Year message, the President stated that for the first time in Sri Lanka's history since independence, the country has established a people-centric government. He emphasized that the opportunity to make the dream of a united, developed Sri Lanka a reality is now within reach for all. The message also highlighted the eradication of rural poverty, the Clean Sri Lanka program and building a digital economy have been identified as the country's key developmental priorities. In her New Year message, Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya stated that the journey towards a bright future will be challenging. However, she emphasized that significant steps have already been taken to achieve this goal. The Prime Minister highlighted that the year 2024 has truly been a transformative year. She also pointed out that the people of Sri Lanka have chosen a sensitive, transparent and people-centered political culture. She emphasized that as a responsible government, they are fully committed to the development of various crucial sectors, including the economy, industries and education. In his New Year message, Leader of the Opposition Sajith Premadasa states, that as we face the challenges of the present day, it is crucial for everyone to approach the coming year with the courage, strength and vision necessary to overcome these obstacles and achieve success. He emphasized the importance of correctly identifying these challenges and taking decisive action to triumph over them. President Anukumara Dissanayaka emphasized the need for greater efforts to eradicate fraud and corruption from the country.
He stressed the importance of the Attorney General's Department fulfilling its assigned role effectively in this regard. The President also highlighted that both the Criminal Investigation Department and the judicial system must be committed to ensuring that the country is free of corruption and fraud.
අපට විශාල වෙහෙසක් දරිය යුතු තිබෙනවා මේ
We must work
දූෂණය
diligently to eliminate corruption and fraud. The Attorney General's Department plays a crucial role in this effort and I believe it will provide the necessary support to effectively carry out its responsibilities. Additionally, the Criminal Investigation Department is a key partner of the judicial system in making our country corruption-free. We are confident in their commitment to this cause. As the political authority, we set an example by taking decisive actions to combat corruption and fraud, but the example and intervention of the political leadership alone are not enough. If other government agencies do not fully understand their responsibilities and fail to contribute to the change, we will need the necessary support from the relevant authorities to ensure progress.
The President made these statements during the inauguration of the Clean Sri Lanka program. The inauguration ceremony of the Clean Sri Lanka program took place this morning at the President's office, aiming to create a hygienic environment, eliminate bribery and corruption and promote digitization.
In our vision to create clean environment.
The event was attended by Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya, ministers, government officials and other distinguished guests. The Clean Sri Lanka website was also launched during the ceremony.
This
initiative goes beyond simply cleaning the environment. It aims to restore the entire social structure of our nation, which is in a state of decay. In 2023, 182 people were killed due to the human-elephant conflict, while 484 elephants were killed by humans. Landslides displaced many, resulted in the loss of life and severely impacted the economy. Restoration of our ecosystem is one of the central goals of the Clean Sri Lanka program. Many citizens fail to value their own lives. Last year, 595 people died from drowning and 2,321 people lost their lives in accidents. On average, 7 people die daily due to road accidents. This society is in need of urgent healing. As part of the Clean Sri Lanka program, we are introducing a new value system that must be embraced by all citizens. The support of the people is essential, and if it is lacking, we are prepared to enforce the necessary laws. While we aim to approach this transformation with flexibility, we are also ready to take firm action against any obstruction. This society must be restored and healed.
කවර හෝ කෙනෙක් බාධා කරනවා නම් දැඩි ලෙස මෙම හැරවුම ගන්න අපි සූදානම්. මේ සමාජයේ යලි සුවපත් කළ යුතුයි.
The President highlighted that this effort must be addressed collectively.
විවිධ රාජ්‍ය දේශපාලන පෞද්ගලික අංශ
This structure has been built upon various government, political and private sector initiatives. If the members of this collective body fail to fulfill their assigned responsibilities, neglect them or ignore them, it will cause significant harm. We urge all state sector employees to be ready to take accountability for your responsibilities. We have an opportunity to rise, and I do not consider it a last chance. People do not have last chances. They have opportunities. We believe we have the chance to rise as a nation and a country. I ask the people whether they will seize this opportunity or let it slip away. Will they commit to fulfilling their responsibilities for the betterment of our country? If the people are not united, we will not overcome this challenge. We have the chance to rise together to overcome divisions. As citizens of the same Sri Lanka, we must unite to rebuild our nation with a shared vision. This is not a project with an endpoint. It is an ongoing program aimed at building a society that evolves in line with the changing conditions of the world. Therefore, this is a task that we must accomplish together through collective effort.
රාජ්‍ය ප්‍රතිස්ථාපනය කරන සමාජය නගා සිටවන වැඩසටහන. ඒ නිසා මේ කාර්යය අපි සාමූහික ප්‍රයත්න දරා ජයග්‍රහණය කළ යුතු කාර්යයක්.
The President expressed his commitment to upholding the rule of law.
අපි ක්‍රමානුකූලව නීතියේ විධානයේ ආධිපත්‍යය
We are diligently working to gradually restore the rule of law in our country. For a long time, the rule of law was disregarded, with criminals and the corrupt acting above it. Political authorities violated laws at their discretion, even breaching the constitution. Former presidents have been found by the Supreme Court on multiple occasions to have breached the constitution. How can we uphold the supremacy of the rule of law in a state where the highest office in the country violates the constitution? Therefore, we are committed to reasserting the rule of law.
වර කතාද කියලා මම ඔබගෙන් අහන්න කැමතියි. ඒ නිසා අපි මේ නීති විධානයේ ආධිපත්‍යය යලි තාවුරු කිරීම සඳහා විශාල වෙහෙසක් දරමින්.
The President explained the key details of the upcoming budget and the plans to ensure the benefits reach the people.
ගොඩනැගෙන මහා
The benefits of the strong economy being built must reach the citizens. One of its primary objectives is to lift our country and its people out of poverty. We are committed to implementing the necessary economic reforms to ensure that the benefits of the economy flow to rural communities. Concentrating the economy in the hands of a small group of people will never bring stability to society. Therefore, we have designed the upcoming budget as the start of a new economic program that will steer our country toward eradicating poverty.
The Clean Sri Lanka oath was taken thereafter.
ජාති ආගම් හෝ දේශපාලන බෙහෙදෙන් තොරව එක්ව කටයුතු කිරීමට ප්‍රතිඥා දෙමු.
Several former Test cricketers were also present at the inauguration of the Clean Sri Lanka program.
If all Sri Lankans, including the political and administrative authorities, unite as one to make this initiative beneficial for everyone by changing mindsets and incorporating good values into daily lives and administration, it will greatly contribute to the development of both the country and its people. This is a very important initiative launched by the President, and he has urged us all to be a part of it.
තාමත් වැදගත් කර්තව්‍යයක්. පුරවැසියන් විදිහට ලොකු වගකීමක් තියෙනවා. ක්ලීන් ශ්‍රී ලංකා කියන ව්‍යාපෘති ඉදිරියට ගෙන යන්න. ඉතින් හොඳ පටන් ගන්නමක් මම හිතන්නේ බොහෝ දේ කරන්න තියෙනවා ඉදිරියට.
ක්ලීන් ශ්‍රී ලංකා කියන එකේ concepts දිහා බැලුවාම ඒවා අපිට citizens ලා හිටියට කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් මම හිතන්නේ මේ රට නිකම්ම දියුණු වෙයි කියලා.
The inaugural ceremony of the Clean Sri Lanka program held at the President's office marked the commencement of official duties across government institutions nationwide today. State sector employees at the Southern Provincial Secretariat Complex and the Galle District Secretariat adhered to the Clean Sri Lanka pledge. Duties began at the Kurunegala District Secretariat in accordance with the new pledge. The duties according to the Clean Sri Lanka pledge at the Galle District Secretariat began while prioritising religious observances. Police officials at the Hatton Police Station observed the Clean Sri Lanka pledge. Officials of the Ministry of Health participated in the inauguration ceremony of the Clean Sri Lanka program this morning at its head office.
Over the next 3 years, we must fulfill what the people expect from the Ministry of Health. We will continue to strive to achieve these goals with unwavering courage.
Officials from the Department of Motor Traffic took the pledge and joined the program at head office premises.
News First with the people.
The Irrigation Department says that 11 large-scale reservoirs are expected to overflow due to heavy rains.
2 spill gates of the Bankato reservoir have been opened, releasing water to Kalavava via Dambulu Oya. 2 spill gates of the Kalavava were opened this afternoon by 6 feet each. With The opening of the spill gates of Kalawava, the Hirupitiava Road in Galnava, was inundated near the Handungama Bridge. The Avukana Kakirava Road was also inundated close to the Avukana Temple. So far, 6 spill gates of the Rajangane Reservoir have been opened. The irrigation engineer in charge of the reservoir said that the water levels of the Rajangane Reservoir continue to rise following the opening of the spill gates of Kalawava. 4 spill gates of the Nachador Reservoir have also been opened, releasing water into Malvatuoya. Over the past 24 hours, ending at 8:30 am today, the highest rainfall recorded was 109.5 millimeters in Mahaoya, Ampara. The Department of Meteorology forecast heavy rain of over 100 millimeters in the eastern and Uva provinces, as well as in some parts of Matale, Nurelia and Hambantota districts. The department also warned of potential rainfall exceeding 75 millimeters in some areas of the western and Sabaragamo provinces, as well as in the Galle district.
The official website of the government printing department, which was rendered inoperative due to a cyber attack, has now been restored. The Sri Lanka Computer Emergency Response Team says that investigations have commenced into the individuals behind the attack.
How did this cyber attack take place?
Initial investigations suggest that the cyber attack occurred due to vulnerabilities in the website's security.
What is the current situation of the police YouTube channel?
Officials handling the police YouTube channel requested technical support from us. The YouTube channel is under the control of Google, and so there are few challenges in recovering the channel. The necessary support is given and the steps required are already in action.
What future steps can be taken to protect government websites?
A guideline and roadmap has already been prepared and issued outlining the cyber security procedures to be followed for these government websites over the next 4 years. Plans to raise awareness among government officials regarding cyber security as well as to conduct regular assessments of the security of government websites are in place.
The Computer Crime Investigation Division of the Sri Lanka Police has also launched an investigation into the cyber attack on the police YouTube channel as well as other social media pages.
Sri Lanka Police have introduced a mobile app to raise awareness about traffic violations and other crimes and environmental hazards. The app named e-Traffic was launched today.
The Sri Lanka Police announced that after downloading the app, users can upload videos, photos and information related to traffic violations, crimes and environmental damage. The launch of the app took place today, led by Acting Inspector General of Police Priyantha Veerasurya.
Through this mobile application, you can send photos or videos of traffic violations you observe while travelling on the road to the police headquarters. The operation centres at the police headquarters will review these photos or videos and forward them to the relevant authorities for investigations. Additionally, the public can download this app from our official website at www.police.gov.lk.
www.police.gov.lk නැමැති අපගේ නිල වෙබ් අඩවිය මගින් භාගත කරගත හැකියි.
The second reading of the 2025 budget, also known as the Appropriation Bill, is scheduled to be presented to Parliament on the 17th of February.
Secretary General of Parliament Kushani Rohanadira announced that the decision was made during the Parliamentary Affairs Committee meeting held yesterday. The budget debate will take place over a period of 21 days from February 18th to March 21st. The first reading of the Appropriation Bill for the year 2025 is scheduled to take place on the 9th of January.
Seoul's Transport Ministry says the damaged flight data recorder from the Jeju Air passenger jet that crash landed in South Korea will be sent to the United States for analysis. Here's the latest.
Seoul's transport ministry says the damaged flight data recorder from the Jeju Air passenger jet that crash landed in South Korea will be sent to the United States for analysis as bereaved families began visiting the crash site. The recorder is one of 2 black boxes retrieved from the Boeing 737-800 after it belly landed at Muan International Airport in the country's southwest on Sunday, killing all but 2 of the 181 people on board, the deadliest aviation accident for South Korea in almost 3 decades. Seoul's Deputy Minister of Civil Aviation Ju Jong-wan told reporters that authorities said the black box was damaged in the crash and concluded that South Korea is not capable of extracting the data. Earlier, Ju said the flight data recorder was missing a connector. Once the device has been sent overseas, the US National Transportation Safety Board will lead the analysis and be joined by South Korean investigators. It is not clear how long the process will take. Meanwhile, investigators have extracted initial data from the second black box, the cockpit voice recorder, and are working to convert its contents into voice files. The process, which is taking place in South Korea, will take about 2 days, while authorities hope the data from both black boxes will offer vital information that could help determine the cause of the disaster.
What are the questions raised?
South Korean authorities seeking answers to the country's deadliest plane disaster are investigating the role of a hardened barrier at the end of a runway that was hit after the jet crash landed on Sunday. Aviation experts have raised questions about the unusual concrete wall near the runway and its role in the South Korea plane crash that killed 179 people. Authorities investigating the cause of South Korea's worst ever plane crash are considering the significance of the concrete wall's location about 250 meters off the end of the runway. Air safety expert David Lemont said that had the obstruction not been there, the plane would have come to rest, with most, possibly all, those on board still alive.
What actually happened?
Jeju Air Flight 7C-2216, arriving from the Thai capital Bangkok with 175 passengers and 6 crew on board, was attempted to land shortly after 9 a.m. at the Muan International Airport on the 29th December 2024. The twin-engine Boeing 737-800 was seen in video broadcast skidding down the runway with no apparent landing gear before slamming into a wall in an explosion of flames and debris.
What was the impact?
Just 2 of the 181 people on board a South Korean airliner survived when the passenger jet crash landed at an airport in the country's southwest. The aircraft skidded down a runway at Muan International Airport on its belly before bursting into flames. The 2 survivors, both crew members, 1 male and 1 female, were rescued from the plane's tail section, the only part of the aircraft that retained some of its shape. The ages of those on board ranged from 3 to 78.
Chinese state-sponsored hackers breached the US Treasury Department's systems, accessing employee workstations and unclassified documents, prompting a major investigation.
Chinese state-sponsored hackers broke into the US Treasury Department's systems earlier this month and were able to access employee workstations and some unclassified documents. The Treasury Department deemed the breach a major incident after disclosing it via a letter notifying lawmakers to the incident. The US agency said it had been working with the FBI and other agencies to investigate the impact of the hack. China denied any involvement, calling the accusation baseless and saying it consistently opposes all forms of hacking. It is the latest in a series of high-profile and embarrassing security breaches in the US being blamed on China. A hack of telecoms companies in December potentially accessed phone record data across large swathes of American society. The department said it had been working with the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency and third-party forensic investigators to determine the overall impact.
The new year of 2025 was warmly welcomed not only by Sri Lankans but also across the globe. As we wrap up tonight's bulletin, we leave you with visuals of New Year celebrations from many corners of the world, filled with fireworks, laughter and joy.
May the coming year bring you good health, happiness and success in all your endeavors. Good night and Happy New Year to all.